Ticci Toby, ex-female listener, Part 9. Warning, language. YN's point of view. I wake up by shouting in the next room. I look at my surroundings and I'm in an unfamiliar place with a bedroom that has my stuff in it and with your favorite color walls and beautiful hardwood lacquer flooring. I wonder who's shouting. I look at my arms and legs to see that I'm not bound down. Why aren't I? If I was kidnapped, why am I not being tied up? And why, of all things, do they have my stuff in the room? I think one of those crazy people that like you back in whatever grade, and they have an obsession over you and they kidnap you because they love you so much. Well, have to find out sooner or later. Just got to go with it. I get up and peek my head out the door, and I'm met with a man dressed in a black hood and a blue mask with ink dripping from the eye holes. He was tackling this boy who was pale white with dark circles around his eyes, with a cut smile and long shoulder-length black hair, with a bloody white jacket. He was yelling at the blue masked man. The one with the black hair looked around my age, and his voice sounded familiar too. Now that's two people. I wonder if I knew them before. I hear footsteps behind me, and I turn around, and my eyes meet a woman with pale skin, black eyes, and black wavy hair. She smiles at me warmly. Hello. Well, hello, YN. My name is Jane the Killer. She sounded a little too excited. I cocked my head to the side and lifted an eyebrow. How do you know my name? She looked at me and smiled. Well, you are living with us now, honey, so of course I'm going to learn your name, she said as if I was stupid or something. Well, I don't know what's going on. I remember my parents getting killed last night. She looked at me confused for a second, then replied, That was Toby Rogers that did that last night, and he wanted to bring you here because he said you are a beloved friend to him and believed that you two can work together. I smiled greatly. Did she really just say Toby Rogers? He's alive after all this time? Wait, Toby Rogers is alive? I squealed a little bit, which caught the blue masked guy and black-haired man's attention. Jane nodded her head in a yes motion. I was so happy I could barely contain myself. But I wanted to learn the others' names. I turned around. If you don't mind telling me, what are your names? The black-haired guy pushed the blue-masked guy over to the ground. He put his hand on his chest and said boldly, I am the famous Jeff the Killer with my beautiful face that cannot be forgotten. I wanted to know his full name. What is your real first name and last name? He sighed and rolled his eyes. Well, my real name is Jeffrey Woods. I stood there shocked, not knowing what to do or say. It was really him, my friend. Both of my friends were here. I couldn't believe it. Take a picture. It might last longer. I know my face is beautiful. I laughed. It's not really that. It's just we used to be friends before, and I'm really surprised to see you again. I almost forgot about Jane standing behind me. She gasped. What? You were friends with that blank hole? I turned around and noticed she was a little distressed. Well, we were friends before he turned insane. So he's probably different now, and I'm not sure if we still get along well. I turned around and Jeff walked off. He kind of looked like he was a little irritated. I turned to the blue masked man. And what's your name? I couldn't see any expression because he had a mask on. It would help if he didn't have one on. My name is Eyeless Jack, and I wish not to say my real name, he stated firmly. I nodded my head to let him know I understood. Well, my name is YN. Nice to meet you. I held out my hand. He has hand. Wait. He held out. I held out my hand. He hesitantly looked at it, then slowly went down to shake my hand. When I heard a yelling come from my right, from down the hall, yelling, "Incoming! He's mad!" I turned my head to see who.